Well, hello and welcome to Sports Today's Morning Wrap. I'm Siddharth Gulati and I'll be bringing you all the important news that are probably have taken place or are going to take place in the upcoming Olympics. And it's going to be an important day for India because there is a chance that India might win a second bronze medal. And to make sure that if that really happens, India will really have to play really well in shooting. So for that to happen, let me just make you aware a bit about the events that are going to take place today, starting with the all important shooting event. So it's going to be Manu Bhaker and Sarabjot Singh who will be fighting it out for the bronze medal in the 10-meter air pistol mixed team match. Remember, they did really well to make sure that they were qualified for the in the top four, and now they'll be fighting it out for a third place finish. And for India, if that happens, it's going to be a very historic moment, because if they go on to win the bronze medal, then Manu then Manu Bhaker will become the first Indian to win two Olympic medals in the same edition of the Olympics. Yes, that's right. And in case of Sarabjot Singh, who had a heartbreak in the men's individual event earlier on, he'll also be looking to make the necessary course correction and make sure that he ends up on the winning side this time around. Moving on to the rowing event, then it's going to be a men's singles sculls quarterfinal, and Balraj Panwar, who has done so well for India so far, he'll be in action. And which toggles basically to the hockey event, the game between India men's hockey team and Ireland. So remember, if we just have a look at India men's hockey team's performances so far, they defeated New Zealand in their tournament opener 3-2, and they just managed to claw their way back in the game against Argentina and managed a 1-1 draw, which wasn't really the favorable result that the Indian men's hockey team and their fans would have wanted. So yes, the India men's hockey team is currently undefeated, but the kind of matches or the opponents that they still have remaining in Belgium and Australia, it was very important that India should have won against Argentina, but it couldn't really happen. So now the game against Ireland is a must win for the Harmanpreet Singh led side. And if they win it, they will obviously be in contention to make sure that they have a top four finish in their pool, because the remaining games are obviously against Belgium and Australia. But a loss against Ireland might dent India's chances. So this is where I think the game against Ireland holds very importance, and India would really look to make sure that they win it by a big margin, which would be a big confidence boost for them heading into their other all important games. And there's going to be an archery event also in women's individual 1 by 32 elimination in Ankita Bhagat and Bhajan Kaur. Well, in case of India, the archery did not really have a good time on in the previous 2 days. They couldn't really, get past the quarterfinals. So that's where I think the in the individual rounds, the men and women would really look to make those necessary amends and make sure that they are on the right side of the result this time around, something that obviously hasn't really been the case in archery. But let's hope that things go well for them this time. And which now toggles to the badminton event. So Satvik Sairaj, Ranki Reddy and Chirag Shetty will be in action in their group stage match. So remember, they have already qualified for the quarterfinals, and they are India's biggest medal hopes. They won their opening round. They now have reached the quarterfinals. So that's where they won their opening match and have now reached the last stage. So that's where I think each and every match becomes important. They will be the hot favorites heading into this kind of a match, but overall it's about just going, it'll be about keeping up the momentum and making sure that they reach the semi-finals, and obviously if things go well, they can progress ahead. So another important match for India. Now, there is going to be a couple of boxing events also in men's boxing and even women's boxing. In men's boxing, we'll have Amit Fungal, who will be featuring in the 51 kg round of 16. And in case of women, it's going to be Jasmine Lamboria, who will be featuring in the women's 57 kg, but it's going to be round of 32. So another couple of important events, because very short events, obviously, because of the bouts that we have, very short bouts that we have. But that's about, I think, that will be the most important for these two athletes, because it will be about creating the maximum impact and making sure that they progress to the next round. Yes, that's pretty much about it. And in case of archery, it's going to be Dheeraj Boma Devara, who will be featuring in the men's individual 1 by 32 elimination. So another important event. Yes, archery hasn't really done well for India, but maybe things can change in the important individual team events. Something that the mixed something that the men's team or the women's team did not really couldn't do it. So it's Amit Pangal, yes, obviously, and sometimes the pronunciations can go here or there, so that's absolutely fine. These things can happen. So that's pretty much about it in Olympics. An important day for India. In maybe just another 2.5 hours from now, we'll probably have some kind of an idea wherein if Manu Bhaker or Sarabjot Singh are really able to win that historic bronze medal for India. So just stay tuned to Sports Today for all those live updates and those important things relating to that event, and obviously the events that are going to take place later in the day. And in cricket, it's going to be India versus Sri Lanka, third T20I. So remember, India have already won the series 2-0. They've already taken an unassailable lead, and it will be about making sure that India complete the whitewash. In case of Sri Lanka, obviously they have looked very clueless with their performances. Their board and the players really have a mountain to climb. So that's where I think Sri Lanka would look to make sure that they end the T20 series on a high and go into the ODI series with some kind of confidence. India, the best thing has been that they have really stuck to a template that they displayed during the T20 World Cup. It's not really about the individual milestone, it's about the player, it's about the player contribution, and something that they have persisted with. So that's a great sight to see that there has been no change in template despite the team going through a transition, and despite the team going having a new captain and obviously a new coach in Gautam Gambhir. So that's like pretty much about it. What do you think? What do you think? Will Manu Bhaker and Sarabjot Singh will bring that second bronze medal for India in the mixed team event? On what do you think about India's third T20 against Sri Lanka? Can India really complete that series sweep? You can let us know your thoughts in comment section, and don't forget to subscribe to Sports Today for some exciting content on different sports. So we have our two reporters on the field, Nikhil Nas and Rahul Rawat, who will be bringing you all the live coverage of the Olympic events that take place day to day. So just tune into Sports Today for those exciting interviews and those different colored stories, and obviously for the lives that we all do. Myself, Siddharth Vishwanathan, Shashwat, and Harshit and all. So for now, it's bye from Siddharth Gulati, and I'll be seeing you in a couple of hours' time. Cheers.